It appears that Diddy slowly breaks under the pressure of other celebrities. There are many rumors about him losing it after the enormous backlash and exposure he receives for being allegedly involved in Jamie Foxx hospitalization. One after another, rappers are coming forward and reveal new details of the billionaire mogul's down-low activity, and it all starts to look like a scheme to finally bring him down. Well, if you're eager to know the details, let's dig into this story. Hi everyone, and welcome back to Celeb Live Channel. Seeing Combs' Diddy is one of the most prominent person in the hip-hop industry, but recently, he has been associated not with awards and outstanding producing skills, but mostly scandals and accusations of getting rid of his fellow celebrities. Since the tragic incident with actor Jamie Foxx, more rappers spill some juicy tidbits about Diddy's cruelty and atrocities, and one of the most shocking statements has been made the rapper-turned-actor T.I. Apparently, T.I. also pursues his own agenda by coming after Diddy, because these two have never been good friends, but both of them have been in the industry long enough to know every nasty details about each other. Well, T.I. knows some shady secrets of the music mogul's past, and apparently, it all goes back to his infamous wild parties, which Jamie Foxx used to attend as well. It's been obvious for quite a while that Jamie pays the price for knowing too much. And Diddy didn't hesitate to eliminate his own friend for knowing too much and trying to expose some of Combs' secret acts. Now, that Jamie is fighting for his life in the Atlanta hospital, and his family limited access to the actor even to his close friends, T.I. believes that this is all done to protect Jamie from further ill impact of his so-called friend. And while more and more people come forward and point at Diddy as the mastermind of this incident, it seems like his life is torn apart by these never-ending accusations. We all know how usually calm and confident Diddy is, primarily because of his wealth and influence, and in the past, he didn't even bother to comment on any rumors and speculations about himself. He enjoyed his insane lifestyle full of crimes, dubious activities with young men, and of course, wildest parties in the universe, and felt like he owned the world and everyone in it. However, the recent health scare that had landed Jamie Foxx on the hospital bed, and the level of public expose that followed after made Diddy quite vulnerable. Apparently, Diddy regrets his decision to destroy Jamie, but as we know, there's nothing that the music mogul values more than his own reputation and public image. As Combs used to say, business always comes first, and according to him, he didn't want to deal with anyone who prevents him from making his millions. As the music mogul shared on his Twitter, "If you're not motivating me, praying for me, loving me, or trying to get money with me, you're a distraction." Apparently, Jamie Foxx became that distraction, and Diddy regrets letting the actor into his life and allowing him to attend his wild parties and even film them, because it seems like the Oscar-winning actor has tons of interesting material to leak, and whether he was actually planning to use against Diddy or not, we may never know. According to Fox, things could get pretty dark and ugly when Diddy was drinking and joining his guests, and many details of those shenanigans should stay buried forever.
Would show up to the party in my little town car.
Well, Jamie Foxx actually started his career of videographer back in the early 2000s, and as the actor was saying, he was basically the most active social media guy of that era. It's not like social media was invented at that time. However, it didn't stop Jamie to keep coming everywhere with his VS camera. In one of his interviews, Fox said to the reporter, "I was the first social media guy without social media." The power of social media can be truly dangerous, as there are many things that are filmed and later leaked on the internet that were never supposed to see the light. And of course, Diddy now might regret the day when he allowed Jamie to join him behind the closed doors, and even make certain provocative footage, because years later, it all threatens to surface and back at Diddy. That's why he is afraid that more people would come after him with more evidence, and it's unclear whether the music mogul has enough time and influence to protect himself from everyone who crosses his path and exposes him with this incident. Back when Jamie Foxx and Diddy met, Combs was already a pretty established media personality, and Jamie was only working his way up the fame and success ladder. As Foxx revealed, he wanted to prove his worth and be useful for the music giant by adding value to his parties as a cameraman. He began following Diddy and tried to weasel his way into one of his parties. Eventually, Diddy started to recognize the young man with a huge VS camera and take him over the most popular clubs, barring access to anyone not personally invited. Apparently, it brought more chick to Diddy's parties because back then, in the era of no mobile phones and small cameras, it was a huge addition and a sign of luxury. So Jamie became a sort of cameraman for all Diddy's shenanigans. And knowing how much Diddy loves to spend money and impress people with his opulent lifestyle, we can imagine that these parties were legendary. As Fox recalled, Diddy once confessed to him that he could spend more than $1 million for one night. "I would hang out and watch him throw parties. He threw a party and said, 'Yo, Playboy, this party costs $1.5 million. I'm like, you are out of your mind. But it's not the price of these parties that made Jamie truly shocked, but what he had witnessed behind the closed doors. Apparently, the footage he keeps is evidence against Diddy, and as many rappers already stated, this was the only thing that made Jamie bedridden. Many fans share the theory that Diddy planned to get rid of Jamie, but his scheme failed. And there's no doubt in him being involved in Jamie's health scare because this level of unanimity among celebs is beyond any other explication. As one user wrote, this maniacal narcissist has more dead bodies around him than someone standing in a cemetery. He is an organized crime boss. He always has some beef going on and then someone comes up dead or in jail. Sicko! And another person added, Diddy stepped on a lot of people's back to get where he's at. Our God sits high and looks low. He will reap what he sows. Yeah, that's true that Diddy has a shady past full of ugly rumors. And let's not now talk about his love life because there are more dangerous things in the focus. Well, on one hand, these parties became Jamie's golden ticket to success because he made a lot of useful connections and acquaintances, and on the other hand, they became a threat to his own life many years later. Thank God that Jamie is now surrounded by his family who doesn't leak any information or update about the actor's state to the press. The only thing the actor's family allowed to reveal to the press is that Jamie is on the road to recovery and doing okay. As one of Fox's friends, Nick Cannon, said, he's awake. They say he's alert, so we love it. That's family right there. And many rappers coming after Diddy, and even those who don't directly accuse the music mogul of trying to eliminate his friend and only hinting at this possibility, they all want Diddy to be scared of the consequences of his ugly actions. And apparently, their tactics have worked, as insiders report that Diddy feels and helpless lost not knowing what Jamie is saying about him and why police was coming to visit him in the hospital. As for the rest of the incident, the exact health issue was not yet revealed, but sources say that it took doctors a lot of time to detect the cause of the actor's complication. Amid all these allegations, Diddy must feel less confident and invincible, and will probably try to keep low profile until the whole story is forgotten. But let's see if this actually happens because Jamie's health scare united Hollywood celebs and made them collectively speak against Diddy and expose him as a villain. Surprisingly, he was one of the few people who never said anything about Jamie's hospitalization. It seems to many people that Diddy is simply waiting for the end of the story, but he ran out of luck this time, and it's not so easy to play the tough guy anymore. Apparently, Diddy loses control and influence in show business, and he slowly begins to understand that his days of using and abusing people are over, and there's an army of angry rappers that is eager to expose all his atrocities, and considering how much beef Combs has with many of them, this incident with Jamie may become the end of his rule in the industry. Even T.I., who has never been in good terms with Combs, may not exaggerate because he has a lot of ugly stories about the music mogul he can share. Fans cannot wait for Diddy to finally go down for all his killings and other vile acts, and judging by the way he's handling the public exposure coming from his fellow celebrities, this day will come very soon. As one user commented, Diddy, remember bro, no sin goes unpunished because there's a God that rules over all of us. And another person added, you need to be in jail. If you like men, that your business. You ain't gotta kill people that know about it. Be real with yourself. Well, Diddy has all the reasons to be scared because this time, he might not get away with his disturbing deeds. It seems like every rapper in Hollywood has sworn to bring the music mogul down, and may together, they can achieve the desired result and make Diddy pay for all his crimes, including the recent ones. And what do you reckon? Is Diddy one step away from being finally charged with everything he had made in the past? Or will he be able to protect himself as usual? Share your thoughts in the comments below. I'm eager to know what you're thinking. In the meantime, check my other video about Diddy's dirty deeds. This man had made enough mess to spend the rest of his life in jail. Well, that's all for today. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned, and I promise to be back very soon